of course, this chicken, and realize that it's just a natural response. It's not mental illness.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never.
Hi, hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you are a loyal subscriber. And if you're new here, my name is Sisanda Vananda and this is my channel. So this is the first episode of Life After Loss, and I am going to be talking about 5 stages that a person goes through when they are going through grief. And to my loyal subscribers, no, my content hasn't changed because travel is not practical at the moment. I decided to talk about something that I resonate with, something that people can relate to as well. Hence, I'm talking about life after loss. And on today's episode, I'm going to talk about grief. The stages that I'm going to share with you are stages that I found on the internet. I googled them when I was going through the most. They were so practical for me and worked for me that I thought they could maybe be useful to someone else. And maybe if they're not useful to you, you can share them with somebody whom it can resonate with. So these 5 stages were first outlined by a psychiatrist in the 1960s, Dr. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who states that she originally used the stages to describe patients reacting to their own terminal diagnosis. These are common feelings anyone can experience when grieving any type of loss. So the 5 stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And of course, you will not experience them in no particular order, but it is very important as an individual for you to be able to identify which stage you are in and how to take yourself out of that stage. So I'm gonna go deeper and explain each stage and what it means to an individual. Denial. So after receiving the news, this is a stage where you refuse to believe that the loss is true. You refuse to believe that it's true. You refuse to believe that it's happened. At this point, your brain protects itself until the news has sunk in, until it's gotten time to process everything. And then there comes anger. With anger, you've accepted the news, right? You've accepted that it's happened, you've accepted the loss, but you cannot come into terms of why it's happening. You feel like it's unfair. And this anger can be directed to a lot of targets that sometimes you cannot control, ranging from frustration to fury. And then there comes bargaining. With bargaining, it's really confusing and complicated because you realize that okay, yeah, this has happened. You accept you've accepted the loss, but you cannot come into grips with what has happened. Then you try to find coping mechanisms, and those coping mechanisms are not usually good for you. They are usually bad habits, and those bad habits that lead to long-term consequences. With bargaining, there comes guilt as well, because in this phase you tend to dwell in the past and you think about what could I have done to prevent this situation, or what could I have done differently. You tend to think in the past, and with that sadness comes depression. Depression is realizing the loss has happened, accepting the loss has happened, also realizing that your life has been changed. It will never be the same again. You'll have to move on. So depression is just that feeling of not being able to control the situation that you're going through. Then there comes acceptance. With acceptance, you understand the loss, you understand what's happened, you understand that what has happened cannot be changed, you understand what you have to do for you to move on, you know the right steps to take at that moment. Yes, you haven't healed yet, but you understand the whole process. You understand that there's nothing you can do about it. With acceptance, you've already won. It shows that you have come to grips with the situation and you are ready to move on to the next steps to do, which is going to help you in the healing process. Those are all the 5 stages of grief. I hope they were very helpful to you, and these stages will help you identify your feelings and emotions at that point in your life, and help you understand what you're going through or how you're feeling. I hope this video makes sense to you, and I hope it was helpful to you. If it wasn't, I hope you can share it with somebody whom it can resonate with, and come back for more videos. If you originally subscribed to see travel content, I'm still gonna do that, but these sit-in videos are more practical for me right now. I'm still gonna share my travel journeys, and yeah, hopefully we'll meet in the future. Come back for the next video where I'm gonna be sharing not only steps that help me cope with grief, but I'm gonna be sharing steps that are still helping me heal with the loss of my partner.
Life ain't really what it seems.
And remember to count your blessings and do stay blessed.
So I gotta get through it.